What up, sports world? Let's talk about Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens came on and made some comment that he wants back in the NFL. You guys know who Terrell Owens is. This is an interview. I'm gonna put a link in the description. And that the 41-year-old Terrell Owens supposedly is still hasn't given up on his dream of coming back to the NFL. It's been what, 5-6 years since Terrell Owens left the NFL for a lot of reasons, right? Particularly for his behavior. I mean, to not sugarcoat anything, it's just arrogance and ignorance. And pretty much he got booed out of the NFL because of his demeanor, right? Spitting on people's face, trash talking everybody, thinking that he's on top of the world. Now, don't get me wrong now. Terrell Owens has always been a good wide receiver. He's done great things. As a matter of fact, he's a Hall of Famer, supposedly being inducted here soon. But I don't think that's his main concern. As far as the interview goes, Terrell Owens said that, his not promoter, but freaking his agent is looking into talking to, or if not already spoke with Dallas, try to get Terrell Owens back in Dallas for they need help. Even though Dallas Cowboys at the moment, if you guys follow football, they are 2-0, but they're gonna be facing what, Atlanta, I believe, here. And Terrell Owens said in the video that Atlanta is stacked, that he needs somebody like him. Terrell Owens said that he's not giving up on his dream because that's where he belongs in football. But he said he's a changed man. He said, hopes that, Dallas and Tony Romo, that is, had moved on as well from the past. But then again, man, some things you do or say, just like some of the athletes nowadays, can backfire and haunt you forever, right? And I've said this before. You guys know my channel is 90%, over 90% of my channel content is boxing, right? And it's similar to what's going on right now. You know what I mean? A lot of people that have said in boxing, especially if you're a very vocal person, very arrogant, very nonchalant and show off, that will hunt you later on. Like I said, Terrell Owens was made over $70 million in football, right, in his whole entire career. And at one point, he made, $25 million in one contract. So, I mean, all that shit went down the drain, because of his demeanor, being so cocky and arrogant and fighting with everybody and thinking that he's on top of the world. And that's what's going on here. And with no sugarcoating and shit like that, Terrell Owens was a good football player. But with a 5-6 year layoff, we don't know what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Even I think that he still do okay if he does get the opportunity to come back to NFL and play for Dallas. If they afford him the opportunity, I wouldn't doubt that Terrell Owens would still score touchdowns and and not necessarily break numbers, but he'd still be competitive with some of these rookies nowadays. And yes, as I said in the interview also, that some of the guys that he played with are still in Dallas, and he's willing to play with them again. He talked about how he's been always vocal in locker room, and he was just because of his athleticism, because of how good he was in the field, and he felt like that's how he expressed himself, being arrogant. Not verbatim, that's not how he said it, but that's how it came out. That's how it came out to be. But Terrell Owens, to be honest with you guys, in my own opinion, I think he's wanting to come back to NFL not for the reasons alone of having a love for the sport or wanting to come back to the sport because he still want to play. We all know Terrell Owens is bankrupt. He had a divorce last year. He's been in controversies. Terrell Owens been using people for their credit to buy homes and cars and things like that. Terrell Owens is in a tough situation, just like any other celebrity that has gone down and gone bankrupt. I think Terrell Owens is one of those guys, that really, really just wanted a job. As a matter of fact, he came on TV and commented on Donald Trump when he first came out that he wanted to run for president. He said that if Donald Trump wanted a bodyguard, a security, he's available. There's no doubt that Terrell Owens needs a job. He wants some money. and I understand that part. But going on TV saying that he needs to be forgiven and that he needs to move on. Well, you know what? That's cool. That's fine. If you were the one that hurt people, you were the one that actually tarnished people's careers and tarnished people's name. But it's okay, and it's so easy for you to say, to be able for you to be forgiven, but that's not necessarily on other people, especially your teammates' perspective. You know what I mean? So, like I said, some things are hard to forgive and hard to forget. I mean, yes, you can probably forget things, but forgive, I don't know, man. Or that's vice versa. It's hard to, you know, forget things and you can forgive easily. It's that just deep. Terrell Owens has always been very vocal, very opinionated, extreme. To where he actually came. Terrell Owens came as far as spitting on people's face. During the game. And very cocky, very arrogant. Terrell Owens got a lot of child support. It was rumored before, if not facts, and came out on news. Terrell Owens was paying $15,000 per child support, and that's a lot for a guy that's, didn't make really a lot of money. I mean, yeah, he did make a lot of money, but not with $15,000 monthly child support to 7 kids. That shit is gonna run out eventually. And now, obviously, he can't pay those kind of child supports, and he's still liable and responsible for those kids' child supports. And he's looking to get back in the NFL because he knows that's where he's good at. That's the truth. Terrell Owens was a good football player, but you could be. You could have the athleticism and the skills and talent all you want, but still, you gotta have the public's approval, so to speak, of you being also a good person. Sports. I get that. You can trash talk and you can, belittle somebody, so to speak, just to make yourself stand out and look good, but on the other hand, you have also some powerful individuals that are not gonna take that stuff. You know what I mean? If you, for example, if I owned an NFL team and you play for me and you do good things and put up great numbers, but on the other hand, you're tarnishing my NFL team name by you doing stuff that you not supposed to be doing outside. So you know what I mean? Especially when Terrell Owens was in Dallas, Bengals, and especially with the beef with McNabb, but when he was at Eagles, when he was playing for the Eagles, that put a lot of bad taste in people's mouth. It's just there's some things that you can't forget, and there's some things that you cannot forgive, and if you really think about Terrell Owens nowadays, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Bankrupt, right? Bankrupt. And all of this, even though I would give him the benefit of the doubt that Terrell Owens may be sincere of him saying that he wants to get back into football because he still loved the game and that's what he lived to do. As I said on the interview that I'm about to put the link in the description, that may be true. He may be sincere, really trying to get back in there and actually, wanting to play some football at 41 years old. But you can't deny the public's opinion and public's perception that Terrell Owens just want to get back in the NFL because he needs a job and that's the only really thing he's good at. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I said, a lot of athletes have failed because of money. A lot of athletes have failed because of their demeanor, not inside the sport but outside the sport. Because as an athlete, you're a celebrity. People look up to you. Kids idolize you. And parents are the ones that have to live with those kids that idolize people like that are cocky and ignorant and nonchalant and very opinionated and violent. And we as parents are the ones gonna live with that. If our kids idolize those kind of athletes. So in retrospect, Terrell Owens is 41 years old. He may have changed a bit. You know what I'm saying? As he said, I'm a changed man, all this stuff because I was young. I get it. I get it. People do change. I like to say, I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt that he has changed a bit, maybe, but you don't know. I mean, you can give Terrell Owens right now a contract with Dallas. Let's say, I don't know, $20 million for a 6-year contract, or I don't know, $10 million for a 2-3 year contract. There's somewhere around there, right? Or start him off with a 2-year contract with $5 million, right? He'll take that. He needs the money. He'll take that. As small as $3 million, $5 million, right? He'll take that. But what if he start doing good again at 41 years old? You know what I'm saying? What if he starts doing again and start getting, them big contracts? Do you think that the money will get into him again, get to his head? Maybe not. But that's not how the public's gonna take it, and that's not how the team, especially the NFL team, the Cowboys, are gonna take it. We've given you many chances before. As a matter of fact, the NFL has given Terrell Owens many chances by letting him sign in Terrell Owens, if you guys didn't know, he has played for a lot of teams. He has made over $70 million in his whole entire NFL career. But the public's perspective of knowing how Terrell Owens was and now how he is now, it's gonna be there, and his character is gonna be always known as cocky, as arrogant, got a lot of baby mamas. He doesn't respect other teammates. That's what it's gonna be, and it's kind of hard to erase that from the public, even though it has already been 5 years since he played for NFL. But I don't think 5 years is enough. I think that's still too early for him. I know he doesn't have that much time. He's 41 years old, give or take, that he, don't get that gig with Dallas again. Wait a couple more years, he'll be 45 years old. I mean, it's over. If he doesn't get this chance against with Dallas, and if they don't sign him, then I think he should be looking at other things. Terrell Owens before had also a show. What was it called? It was with women's and stuff like that. It was kind of like a show. And then Terrell Owens went to bowling, which he was criticized heavily by Cat Williams on one of his stand-up comedies. Because Terrell Owens, he was just trying to make money, right? NFL dropped him. He had a little bit of money still, and still talking trash about the NFL. I don't need you guys, blah 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 blah. And then he went bowling, and he sucked at that. Now he's doing some T-shirts. He's got some .com T-shirts he's selling. He's doing some things, but he knows damn well NFL was the one that gave him the shot, gave him the break, and he disappointed them. So, well, let me know what you guys think about Terrell Owens. Do you think Dallas Cowboys would give him another shot? Do you think it's too late? Do you think Terrell Owens just need to, find another way to make money? Or do you think Terrell Owens is worth another shot at NFL? So, well, let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, JF Sports.